23 March 2026, 0100 hours, Zulu. Today, the Celestion G12M TAC65, that's Golf 12 Mike TAC65, Creamback 16 ohm guitar speaker, 12 inches in diameter, arrived today. The speaker that comes with the Marshall Silver Jubilee Mini 2525C is the Celestion Greenback speaker. According to Google AI, the Creamback speaker, which is what I have today, will make the amplifier sound better. When I had the Marshall DSL 40CR Delta Sierra Lima 40 Charlie Romeo guitar amplifier, I replaced that speaker with the same speaker, the Celestion G12M TAC65 Creamback 16 ohm speaker that's 12 inches in diameter. And it made that amplifier sound wonderful. I'm anticipating I will get the same results with this type of setup for the Marshall Silver Jubilee Mini 2525C. As I look at the exterior of the amplifier as well as the interior, the rear back panel, I noticed stickers that show that it was inspected and that it passed certain quality inspections, which is really cool. I understand this speaker was made in England, whereas the Marshall DSL 40CR was put together in Vietnam. Hence, the Marshall DSL 40CR didn't have any inspection stickers. Underneath the screws are washers, and those washers prevent the screw from eating up the vinyl covering of the amplifier, which is really a nice feature. The Marshall DSL 40CR doesn't have that. Attached to the back cover is a steel grill, and attached to the steel grill is the speaker cable. Unlike the Marshall DSL 40CR, the back cover just pops off. But with this particular amplifier, the cable is still connected to the speaker. So I've got to remove the speaker cables from the speaker before I can remove the cover off this amplifier. Here is the Celestion Greenback speaker that's stock with this particular amplifier. I'm going to remove it and then replace it with the Celestion G12M TAC65 Creamback speaker. A person told me that one of the things that happens with a combo amp is that the speaker creates vibration inside the box, and that vibration loosens up the tubes. Well, I tried jiggling these tubes around, and they're in there pretty tight. I can't imagine that the speaker in this box is going to vibrate these tubes to go loose. At least not with my style of guitar playing. When I unscrewed the stock speaker to the Marshall DSL 40CR, the speaker just popped right off. With this Marshall Silver Jubilee Mini 2525C, it seems like Marshall put some kind of adhesive or something to keep the speaker in place because it didn't come out as easy. I had to put a little pressure to pop it up with my hands. The thing that I was worried about is making sure that when I popped it up, the pressure from my hands didn't push the speaker up against any of the glass tubing here in the amplifier. The Celestion G12M TAC65 Creamback speaker fits perfectly in the space. The holes on the speaker perfectly lines up with the holes in the amplifier. In my experiences, Marshall uses a conventional color coding for the wires, meaning red is positive and black is negative. So now I'm just trying to connect the red and black cables to the speaker so I can screw the cover down. I have to be very careful in making sure that the steel screen is aligned with the back part of the amplifier so I don't scratch anything or damage the screen or anything like that. Doing a final check for the alignment of the screen to the back of the amplifier, and then I'll screw it down. Okie dokie, the back cover is all screwed down. I'll return the amplifier to its resting place, and then I will fire it up. I immediately noticed that the CELESTION G12M-65 Creamback speaker sounds more open. It sounds like a bigger amplifier. It sounds more robust, more vibrant, and it seems like it is more open. The stock greenback speaker seems more contained and seems like it's smaller and in a box. I believe the reason the two videos do not show that distinction between the two different speakers is because I'm using the Shure SM57 microphone, Sierra Mic 57 microphone, which is about an inch or two close to the speaker. Hence, the SM57 is not picking up ambient sounds. It's focused strictly on the sound coming directly from the speaker. While playing the guitar and using both speakers, I can immediately tell the difference. I'm guessing if I used the Apple iPhone 13 Pro's microphone, it would have captured that distinction in the video.